Good evening and welcome to Psychology at Penistone Grammar School. Hi, I'm Mrs Farrell. I'm Head of Social Science at Penistone.
Hiya, I'm Miss Argent. I'm second in the department for Social Science.
Mr Stevens, Head of Sixth Form, also teaches psychology here. For those of you who have not studied psychology before, which will be the majority of you, this discipline focuses on why people act and respond in the ways that they do.
On the next slide, you'll see that our psychology results are consistently not only the best in the school, but the best in the country.
So, what's on paper 1? Studying paper 1, you'll study memory, social influence, psychopathology and attachment. This will give you a basis of understanding to help you to go into some of the other areas in detail. Most of these areas are fairly straightforward. Psychopathology might be the one that you might not be sure about. Psychopathology is probably what many of you think psychology is the study of mental illness. Here are some questions that you might want to think about, which will help you to understand what you'll be studying in each of these sections. In paper 2, you'll study approaches, biopsychology and research methods. The research methods section is worth twice as many marks as all of the other sections. Therefore, it's really important that you have a good understanding of how we conduct research in psychology. In terms of approaches, we look at different reasons why people behave the way in which they do. Biopsychology looks at how psychology links to biology and looks at how our nervous system and hormones help to affect our behaviour. Again, here are a few more questions that will help you to think about what each topic involves. And finally, on paper 3. Paper 3 is the options paper. Here at Penistone we study forensic psychology, the study of offending behaviour, gender and sex and the difference between the two terms and how that influences our behaviour, schizophrenia, and then a topic, issues and debates, which all students study throughout the country. Again, most of these areas are fairly straightforward. In terms of issues and debates, we look at various different arguments to look at how we might try and understand psychological behaviour, from the free will and determinism debate to the nature and nurture debate. Again, here are a few more questions. Have a think about your answers to these, which will help you to think about what you'll be studying in A-level psychology.
In case you'd like to find out more about the A-level syllabus, we follow AQA specification.
You will sit 3 exams at the end of your second year. In order to be successful at Psychology A-level, you must be able to analyse text and interpret data.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about.
I enjoy psychology because you get to learn about how people think, or like what is more likely for people to do, which is just really interesting to me.
So what have we learned in psychology, that we did before? We've been doing about attachment recently.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Between the caregiver and infant, and the types of attachment, whether it's innate, whether it's biological.
Yeah, it's enjoyable, isn't it?
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. And what advice would you give to someone thinking about taking psychology? You've got to be ready for the amount of content, the amount of work.
There's a lot of commitment, a lot of content.
And there's a lot of organisation that comes with that. You've got to be on top of your work.
Have your folders in order, everything.
Get ready for each and every lesson.
Yeah, they expect you to print a lot as well, don't they? So make sure you've got a printer ready.
But I think, at the age we are now, we should be expected
level of independence in it.
It's a level of independence you don't get at GCSE.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
Yeah, you got to be ready.
For another psychology student, I would tell them to start making revision early because there's a lot of information to remember.
I also do psychology, sociology and business at A-level. It really helps because in both sociology and psychology I do research methods, and I think by doing both it'll really help improve my grade in the final exam.
Along with psychology, I also took art and English literature. English literature helps me a lot with psychology, with making sure that my work flows and for structuring the essay as well. And psychology feeds a lot into the theorist side of English, especially in Gothic literature.
What do I think will make me a good psychology student? Well, you've got to have like a certain level of commitment, haven't you? Like not over much so it gets boring and gets tedious. You've got to have a certain level and you've got to know when to have fun. And you just got to contribute to it, I'm saying. You've got to get involved. It's not like a subject you can just sort of sit back because the information will just go in one ear and out, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot of content. It's a lot of content
It's
to do.
a lot of content, but it's good content.
It is. It's interesting.
No.
It makes really help us when she gives us practice exam questions to do.
One of the good things about psychology teachers is they make the lessons really fun, and you never feel like you can't talk to them. Like they're always available.
Miss always goes through essay structures with us, which helps us in the exam.
What's the best thing about your psychology teachers? I mean, they're alright to be honest, aren't they? They can have a laugh. They know what is enough work and enough banter. But yeah, they're good. They're calm.
There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.